Do you think AI will stop Google Ads and all that stuff, or you're still
No, I
you're
don't
still in
think
business?
so.
Okay.
No, no, like they're pushing it a lot. That's a really good question. Um, all right, you're agree. I don't. I'm confident that what I'm doing is still going to work because more people are going to stop doing what I do, which is actually build out campaigns in a granular fashion. So if somebody's searching, let's just think of pest control. Somebody's searching for pest control in Newcastle, a city in England, pest control Sunderland, pest control Durham, three cities near each other. I will set up an ad for each of them, and then I'll do rat control, mice control, wasp control, pigeon, and then not just control, but removal and extermination, all those kind of phrases. So there might be like 20 phrases, 20 cities, that's 400 ads. I'm going to create all those. And Google wants, no, not just that, I will probably create a campaign for every single city. And in there, it will be like pest control near me, rat control near me. I'm going to have ads for all of those. So that's super granular.
Oh,
Yeah, you see how granular that is. And
okay. That's so
AI,
okay.
Google's AI isn't going to do that. They want you to just say, give us your credit card, give us your URL for your website, let us go and figure it out. And they're not going to build ads that are going to be super specific to the location that you search for. They're not going to send people to that page. I will be able to identify for you, the business owner, and go, hey, you don't even have a page for about pigeon removal. A lot of people are looking for pigeon removal because it's pooing all over the garden. You don't have a page for that. But the campaigns I've built where I just send people to the homepage, I can see there's a lot of volume. It's worth you creating a page for that. And in fact, for these cities is really a lot of volume. Maybe you should create a page for each city. Yeah. So what me and the developer will do is we'll create a page. It'll be dynamic. We'll send people to the page. We'll change the headline to match what the ad is. And then we'll look at the volume and go, whoa, these locations, these services, it's worth creating pages for those. Let's create 500 pages for all these little combinations. Send all the visitors to those. So we're using, I don't see AI doing that. And
See, this is why your services really resonated with me when I started this stuff because I remember very well you were saying about I think something that stuck with me was that you mentioned that if somebody's typing, let's say, handyman near me and he's in London,
yep.
you're gonna create a page that actually is in that has a London in the in the I guess in the meta description, and then
Mhm.
you'll be able to send them directly to that page.
Yeah. And
How do
your
you
ad
do
will
that?
say London handyman, won't it? So it'll get
E-
the click in
e-
the first place.
Even if the person was searched near me, they didn't use the London
Yeah.
keyword.
Yeah.
You're still able to figure out, well, Google's still able to figure out where they are, and they can
Yep.
send them to the right landing page.
Yep. Yeah. Well, Google can
Wow.
figure out where they are. It's up to you to figure out which page to send them to and which ad to show them. So there's two styles of campaigns. So
Okay.
sticking with the pest control is a nice example because you've got different types of pest control. If you're it's pest control Newcastle, pest control Sunderland, rat control Durham. Yeah, so you can see all the different combinations you could have. You bid on
Yes.
those keywords, so rat control Durham, okay, and you would target the whole of the UK. Because if you're in Edinburgh, up in Scotland, a good few hundred miles away from Durham, typing that in, you still want the ad to show for them. Why are they looking for rat control in Durham? Don't know. Maybe their parents are in Durham and they're not very good on the internet, or maybe they're a landlord trying to fix it. Maybe they live in Durham, they're on holiday in Edinburgh this weekend. So the fact that they type in a service with a location indicates they're looking for a local business to contact, and you want that ad to run throughout the whole country, possibly worldwide, but whatever. No, just the country. The only caveat with that is you've got to be aware of there could be duplicate place names. There could be two Durhams in the UK, or whatever. Right.
Oh,
So just be
okay.
aware of that. And if there is, then you maybe tighten it so that it's closer, or your keyword is Durham, County Durham, or something like that. That's one style of campaign where you target the whole country, people are searching for the service plus the location in a search term. The other style of campaign is you target people in that city who are not looking with a location in a search term. They're looking for near me, or they're looking for pest control companies, pest control businesses, pest control contractors, pest control near me. So they haven't put a location in a search term, but we know they're in that city. And then you do another campaign for Newcastle, and all the ads in Newcastle, the ads are going to say Newcastle pest control, Newcastle rat control, Newcastle da 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 da. Yeah. So the two
Okay.
styles. you want to capture the people who are searching with a location in a search term, you want them even outside the city. Like if they're in London looking for pest control in Manchester, you're in Manchester doing, you want your ad to show for them. You don't know why.
Okay.
Why are they doing it? But like you'll get a little bit more volume. Did that for a spa in Scottsdale. They were running the keyword was, well, one of the many keywords they had was spas Scottsdale in the US. I can't remember. Is it Arizona? Don't know, it'd be geography, but I think it's Arizona. Right, Spa Scottsdale. And I was like, right, okay, great. You've got that keyword, Spa Scottsdale, but you're only showing it for people in Scottsdale. What if they're in New York looking to book a spa in Scottsdale because they're going to go on holiday to Scottsdale? And he's like, oh, never thought of that. So he expanded the campaign where people were searching with a location in the search term to the whole of the US. And he did start getting people from out of state booking.
Right
They were
on.
coming in. Yeah. So there's two styles of campaigns that you build. But you've got to
Okay.
be aware that, like in the US, I think there's 9 Dublins. You've got to be aware that it could
Mm,
be duplicate place names. So this is where your brain has to figure it out. And Google's AI isn't going to bother with that. In fact, if you load a typical campaign, I'm from in the UK. I'm from a little village, 4,000 people in the UK. I'm originally from called Brampton. I would search for a plumber in Brampton for my mum, and I would get ads for there's a Brampton in Canada, which is a big city.
Toronto.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
I'd get
yes.
ads for that, and I'm like, oh my God. Well, I, I'm looking at it. I can see it's .ca or .com.ca, whatever it is, and I'm not clicking on it.
Okay.
A lot of locals are going to click on it and then go, oh, this is weird. That's a weird phone number. I'm not going to ring them. But that advertiser's lost money because they're bidding. They're showing for the wrong Brampton in a totally wrong country.
And
And
how
that's
do you
actually,
fix that?
there's a little setting in the Google Ads interface. It's
Okay.
hidden and it's annoying, and I think it's very sneaky on their part, and they're doing it deliberately to increase people's spend. Honest to God, that's why would they hide it away, right? By default, if you, by default, that advertiser in that plumber in Canada has probably set his campaign to show in Ontario, okay, where people are searching for plumbers, Brampton, in who are physically in Ontario. That's what it says. But you need to change your setting to say that I want my campaign to only show in the locations where I've asked it to only show. That's effectively
Mm,
what you have to do. Otherwise, Google says, there's a guy looking for a plumber in Brampton in another country, but I reckon you probably want him, and you don't. But the fact
okay.
that they hide that setting and then it's not the default setting is tells me that they're just after people's money. But like that plumber in in Brampton, Ontario, shouldn't just run the ad for in Ontario. You should run it the whole of the Canada, whole of you should run that ad in the whole of Canada, unless there's another Brampton in Canada,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
somebody might be in another state for whatever reason looking for a plumber in Brampton. So
Okay.
you'd miss out on
Okay.
those, wouldn't you?
Yes,
So people
yes,
mix it
yes.
up in their head. They're like, oh no, no, people have to be close by. It's like, no, they could be really far away doing a search because they're a landlord, because they're on holiday, because they're doing a search for their mum who's not very good on the internet or doesn't want to speak to somebody. The fact that they put
Hmm.
the location in the search term is that's the person most likely to convert. Yeah. They're no longer like window repairs. I might type in that's not a good example. If I type in window repairs, I'm probably looking for somebody to do it. But let's just say I type in, I'm looking for videos. How do I repair my window? Pest like uh, wasp removal. I might type that in because I have a wasp nest and I want to get rid of it myself. Okay.
Hmm.
Or I might be typing that in because I want to find somebody who does it. But if I type in wasp removal Dublin, I'm not doing that to learn how to do it myself now, am I? The fact
No.
that I put a location in the search term means I'm looking for a business in Dublin that does that. So the ones where they put a location or near me or companies, contractors, businesses, those are the ones you're after first off. Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
That makes sense?
So it perfectly makes sense. I understand it very well. So now looking at my campaign, what do you suggest? I specialize in drywall repair, same day service. So
Yeah.
after a plumber has opened the wall, pest control have opened the wall to me.
They've made a mess and they need to call in an expert to clean it up.
That's it. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm trying to specialize in. And I used to live in Halifax. Canada, but now I'm
Yeah.
moving to Winnipeg, and Winnipeg has double the population
Okay.
of Halifax. It's about almost 1 million people versus 450,000 in Halifax.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Cool. Right. So I'm just looking at some metrics, and I have this set up for whatever account I look at. The columns are always the same.
Okay.
Without me looking at anything else, so I've gone for the last 30 days. This is typically what I do. I can see it's a search campaign. I don't know if it's got search partners on. Hopefully it's not. Well, but I can just quickly check by segment by network of search partners. It's just Google. Brilliant. That's good to
Okay.
know. So your ads are only shown on Google. Doesn't
Okay.
mean search partners won't work. I just never run them, to be honest. I've worked for a search partner and they can be up to dodginess. Shenanigans. Okay, so there's your campaign. I hold on. I don't want to click into it yet. Sorry, let's go back. Right. So I've got a custom column set up. So you had in that 30 days, you had 1,800, nearly 1,900 impressions. Your impression share was 37%. You only showed 37% of the time that you could have showed. So
Okay.
therefore, if that is 33%, then that's the total number of searches there were, 5,000 searches in 30 days. That's
Okay.
useful for you to know as a business owner. It's like, oh, I wonder if there's anyone even searching for this. Okay. You had 100, right. So you didn't show ads because of your budget 26% of the time, right? You hit your budget in the day, or Google just throttled your ads, didn't show you all the time, and you might not have even hit your budget. That's what that means. And 36% of the time, you didn't show because of your rank, which is your quality score multiplied by your bid price. Ignore quality score. It's down to how much you pay, prepared to pay per click. Quality score is important, but that mostly
Okay.
depends on your click-through rate. Right. So you had 118 clicks. You're in the absolute top ad position, position one. 54% of the time was 6% click-through rate. I'm wondering, is that a bit low given you're in top ad position? But then I don't know in Winnipeg, are there local service ads above it? Is there a map? Like what's above, there's sometimes things above the ads anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So, but also when I see that's not very low, by the way. In the US, I find it hard to get higher than this. I think there's just so much other stuff above the ads. But also, but if it's a really low click-through rate, my first thought is like, oh, I wonder if the ads, this keywords are too broad and you're showing for things that where people aren't searching, aren't really after what you're selling. So look at the search terms, which we'll do in a sec. And then the other one is maybe the ad doesn't have the location in the search in it or whatever. Right. So average cost per click, 8.55 in spend. You've got conversions. I've looked at conversion names. What are they? Submit lead form. Does that work? Do you think you had 8 of those in the month?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah. I
yes.
notice
Yeah.
there's no phone call conversions. So maybe you don't have a call extension where people can actually ring you from the ad itself. Maybe people are ringing you from the website. Maybe it's not being tracked as well. So let's have a quick look. Something else device, probably mostly mobile, I'm gonna guess. Yeah, mostly mobile. Most of the searches are on mobile. 7 form fills there, 1 on a desktop. If they're on a mobile, they might want to ring. So give them the option
Yes.
to ring. You maybe have the option, and maybe it's not getting tracked. Tracking it is a little bit trickier than tracking a form submission. So I'm going to click into the campaign now, and I'm going to go just check where you're targeting. I presume it's Winnipeg. Yeah, okay. So there it is there on the map. So potentially this could be targeted broader, depending on what your keywords are, or 2 sets of
Okay.
campaigns. All right, so none of these have Winnipeg in them. So this is a campaign targeting people,
Uh,
which is okay. It's targeting people in Winnipeg searching for the services, contractors near me. Yep. So this is exactly the kind of stuff I would be loading up as well.
okay.
Right. So drywall, handyman, drywall. So they all have drywall in them. We've got drywall ceiling kind of stuff. Yeah, this is how I would go set it up. An ad group, what they call a stag, single theme ad group. So the theme in this particular ad group, which is drywall and painting, you've got all these drywall and painting keywords. Now you've got this Winnipeg one here. Me
Mhm.
personally, I'd have that in a separate campaign. All the ones with Winnipeg in them, have it in a different campaign, and it maybe targets the whole of the US.
Hold
because
up. Okay, so what do you mean by that?
right, so all of these ones are just near me, or they're looking for a company or services. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're in Winnipeg looking for a company near them. The ad says Winnipeg Drywall Repairs or whatever. Perfect. But what if they're outside Winnipeg looking for painting and drywall services in Winnipeg? Now, most of the searches will be people in Winnipeg doing the search, but what if they're like 200 miles away doing that search? You're not going to show.
Oh,
That's what I was talking about before. You're not going to show for them because this campaign only targets people in Winnipeg, unless, hold on, unless they don't, unless that campaign setting that I was telling you about isn't is set to default, in which case it probably would show for other locations. And if Winnipeg is the only, hold on. Okay, so they're in or regularly in. So that's the default. If it was the default, it might have worked for you, but I prefer not to. I prefer to use this one anyway. So people in or regularly in your location. So if somebody's in New York looking for drywall repairs, Winnipeg, for whatever reason, this ad will not show for them because it's only targeting people in Winnipeg.
okay.
Right. So
Okay.
I'll separate them into two campaigns. One where it's all the near me contractors, companies, blah, blah, blah. And then the other one where they look for it by location. This one
So
targets,
then
yep.
so then how do I set it up? Because you mentioned that you have almost like 400 ads. How do I brainstorm? How do I plan for how to
Well, yours is like you might not have 400 and you could target in one city. Okay. You might, I don't know, do people type, hold on. For Dublin is like 1 million people and it has loads of suburbs. So people will search for things by suburbs. So that
Mhm.
you might get more granular if we can find any of them. I don't think. So we see Winnipeg, Winnipeg, Winnipeg. It's interesting, isn't it? Drywall and painting company, drywall companies in Winnipeg, because they know this campaign's targeting Winnipeg. Cost, what about the cost?
What's this page here? That's the
Oh, these are your search terms. These are what people actually typed into Google.
okay. Okay.
Right, what's this? What's Elmhurst?
I think it's a city in Winnipeg.
Oh, right. Oh, okay, hold on. So Winnipeg's not a city, it's a
Excuse me, it's a borough. It's like a
right, there you
small,
go.
yeah.
That's what I was looking for. So people do search by location in Winnipeg, like a
Ah,
sublocation, right? So
okay. Yes.
if I spot stuff like that, I'd be like, oh, give us a list of all those sublocations. Like in Dublin, there's like 100 suburbs. I'll just load up washing machine repairs, all of them, cooker repairs, all of them, oven repairs, all of them. Diddly, diddly. Not much volume, but when someone does search for Elmhurst drywalls and your ad says Elmhurst drywall repairs and installation or whatever, your ad's going to get clicked versus most people won't even have the location. They won't even say Winnipeg. Some will say Winnipeg. Yours will say Elmhurst. So you're going to get the click.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, I
It's all
see.
about being super granular and trying to give people what they're looking for. Some of the search terms they will tell you where Calgary is Winnipeg in Calgary,
No, Calgary is the next province.
the next province. Okay.
Yes.
So you'd start growing a list probably, or grab a list of all the provinces and cities you do not serve and add that in as negatives because you don't want this to appear.
Oh,
You don't, they're in Winnipeg looking for drywall companies, but not in Winnipeg. So you could either make this exact match, in which case it might show for drywall. It won't, it isn't exact anymore, but it might not show for Calgary, or you just get a big list of all the locations you don't serve, states, counties, whatever. Load them up as negatives. Don't want to show for these, and Google won't show you, and you won't spend 545 on that. Now, your guy set
okay.
this up. I might not have done that either. I'd be like, oh, like because this doesn't say Calgary in it, but I suppose it could do because it's phrase match. Then I'd see some coming through, go, oops, we don't want those, and then I'd add them. So I might not have added this beforehand, that big list of negatives. I might have seen them coming through and then added them. Then I'd be
Okay.
like, hey, Magic, what's Elmhurst? And you're like, is that a brand? And you go, no, it's a location. It's oh, okay, give me a list of all the location. We'll build out that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So what you want to be doing is looking at all your search terms to see how well they match. Like house painters. You don't want that, do you? Or maybe you do, I don't know.
No, no.
No,
House painters search goes up for drywall repair and painting services.
right. That's broad match rather than phrase, put quotes around it, and maybe you don't even bother with put painting. Because like if someone maybe it's just drywall repair. If you want to show for drywall repair and painting, somebody types that in, you will still show if you have your phrase match up drywall repair. But you don't want to show for the paint, just painting on its own.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So I changed
okay.
that one. Construction drywall companies. There you
Slow down. When you say you would change that one,
go.
this means you'd go put drywall repair in parentheses.
Yeah. And probably get rid of the and painting services. Get rid of all the mention of painting. Oh, look,
Oh,
there you go.
so
Look at that. Inside and outside, inside out painting Winnipeg, painting and drywall. It's coming through because you're bidding on that. But Google's not, but Google's just being
oh,
sneaky, going, yeah, that's close enough. Let's do that. You're interested in people looking for painting services. No, you're in painting and drywall. But why did just bid on drywall? If they type in painting and drywall, because they got drywall, you're going to appear for it.
okay. So I should remove. Okay, so then I should go on the ad group and then look at the negative keywords and then add painting in
Oh,
parentheses.
no, because you want to show if they type in drywall and painting. If you add a
Yes.
negative of painting, then you're not going to show when they have drywall and painting. I'm saying get rid of painting in your positive keyword. Just have drywall.
Ah, okay. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yes, get it.
And in fact,
Yes.
so this whole ad group, I'd probably just pause it. Just do drywall, not
Okay.
drywall and painting, because it's pulling
Okay.
in um hold on, where is it? That it's pulling in these ones, which you don't do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yes, I'll pause that one.
And
Drywall
like that
repairs.
one. What is QSI? Oh, that could be a company, is it?
Yeah, yeah, that's a company. Yes.
That's annoying, that stuff when it does it. Like you might want to legitimately show for a competitor's brand name, but personally, I wouldn't have it in this campaign. If you're going to do that, make it a conscious choice. Go and create another campaign where you bid on their brand names and your ad says Winnipeg Drywall Contractor. So people looking for the other brand sees yours and go, no, don't want you guys. I want, the lads that I'm looking for. Don't let Google do this. I've seen this a lot. It's really annoying. It's their
Okay.
way of like increasing your cost because some of them are going to land on yours and go, hey, and you go, yeah, we do that, and you'll be like, deadly. I'll hire you. Others will be like, where's John? I'm looking for John from QSI Interiors, and you'll be like, no, I'm not QSI Interiors. Oh, how do I get you? So that might not convert it, or it might, but you want to make a conscious decision on it. And then you might also have like someone from QSI Interiors ringing you, oh, hey, dude, you've got ads showing on our thingy, on our brand name. And you maybe like want to build a relationship with that business or sell to them or whatever. Yeah. Why burn all these bridges? Why let Google burn the bridges for you and
Yes.
take the choice out of you? Let you do it. Yeah, annoys me that. Oh, look at that. Okay. So you don't handyman to fix drywall. First off, it's in broad, put quotes around it. I still don't trust Google to have drywall in it. Handyman is not what you want to appear for.
Mm-mm. No.
No, you don't
No.
want to appear for that. You don't
No,
want
but
to. He's been excluded.
okay.
Sorry, that has been excluded. That one search term.
Okay.
I would just change that to being, yeah, phrase match probably to start with, and then see what comes through. Drywall fix hole. Carpenter near me. See, look at that. Yeah, and you're spending
Mm,
money on that. Okay.
okay. Yeah,
So you
yeah,
want to turn
yeah.
off, right? So what's happening is you're spending money on things that you don't want to spend money on, and it's using up your budget and means you don't show for the stuff that you do want to spend money on. Whereas you turn off all
Mm,
this, it means you will show more often for the things that are better. It's the double improvement. Not only do you stop wasting money on rubbish, but now you can start spending money on good things.
okay. So I should be paying more attention on this list here. So see, he doesn't do that with me. He doesn't spend time, or maybe he does, but I'm not sure. But he
Mate,
doesn't,
yeah, yeah, could be.
right?
Um,
Okay.
Google takes liberties, as you can see, but it's up to and it's getting harder and harder to be precise. Google takes more and more liberties. So this is where Look, Google's going to argue, but our AI thinks that they're after a carpenter because they got a problem with their drywall or what. I don't know. I doubt it. Yeah, I would be like,
Okay.
no. If they don't type in drywall, get rid of it. Do not want to. Just like no, no, wherever that other one was. Yeah, the watch other people.
Brandon,
Is that a
Brandon,
place?
that's a place. Yes, that's a
Right. Okay.
place.
I didn't know if it's a place or a brand. So there you go. So,
Okay.
so just looking at this, you can see how you could optimize it a bit more. It's good. It's been set up well,
Okay.
pretty precise. It's targeting the city. It's just that it's showing you for things you don't want to show for, and you're spending money on it. And this, you don't, there might be loads of things you're showing for where you don't know. And then it means when we look at the stats at the campaign level, go, oh, it's 5,000 searches. Wow, that's a big market. You're like, well, no, some of them are people looking for carpenters, you
Okay.
know? Yeah. You showed 37% of the time. Was that for the good stuff or all the bad stuff? Or what? Are you showing less for the good stuff and more for the junk? Yeah. So you need the keywords to be
Mm.
tighter. Find some
So
negatives.
what's a good number? What's a good number sure to be here? 37%.
Uh, well, you want to increase it if your keywords are good, if you're showing for the right things. Yeah. You want to sort that out first, is show for the right search terms in the first place, get rid of the junk, and then you'll find out what your search impression share is. Maybe it's 25%. That 25%, you might be losing 25% due to budget, in which case, if you want to only spend 84 a day, this is going to get tricky, hopefully you understand this. If you're showing 25% in impression share and you're missing 25% due to budget and you don't want to spend any more, then you can drop your bids, pay less per click, and maybe get more clicks for the same budget. That makes sense? You're constrained because your cost per click is too high for your given budget. So you're missing out 25% of the time. So reduce the cost per click, you're going, and you will usually get more clicks for the same budget. So that sounds weird, doesn't it? It's like
Mm-hmm.
I say that to one of my clients, my brother-in-law. Hey, he's like, oh, my phone's not ringing as much this week. I'm like, okay, I'm going to reduce your bids so you get more clicks. He's like, what? What do you mean? We're reducing my bids to get more clicks. Yeah, it looks like you lose an impression share due to budget because whatever, there's more people searching. I can get you more clicks by reducing your bids. That makes
Oh,
sense. So you want to be keeping an eye on that. What you don't want to be doing is losing impression share due to budget. Instead, reduce your bids and you'll lose more impression share due to rank because you're not bidding enough, but this typically goes up. So you show more often. You're in a lower ad position because you're bidding less. Your click-through rate typically goes down, but your cost per click goes down and you could get more clicks for
okay.
the same
Okay.
budget. Right. Then you're like, okay, I'm getting a 25% impression share and I'm losing 75% due to rank, nothing due to budget, but I want to show more often. Well, then it's a case of trying to improve your quality score and or increasing your bids. The simplest one is to increase your bids, but you could be then, yeah, I can't increase my bids because each cost per lead is too expensive. In which case, then you want to work on your landing page, whole funnel, getting the right people, clicking the right ad, so that's all tight. Oh, they're in Burton or wherever. I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the location. It's within Winnipeg. My ad now says that the landing page says that now the conversion rate of that visitor to ringing you is higher now. Cool. So now your cost per lead has dropped. So now you can afford to pay more per click. So you increase your bids and then you show more often. Your impression share goes up. So you get into this nice continuous cycle of improving your conversion rate, reducing your cost per lead, and then being able to increase your bids again because you can afford to pay a higher click. And then you get more and more. So until you end up, I don't know, 80% impression share maybe. But
Wow.
yours, yeah,
You've
this
seen
is
people with 18%,
80.
80%?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I've like it's in Ireland mind, but yeah, we're bidding on.
How
Hold on,
long
let
did
me.
that take? How long did that take?
Well, hold on. I'll literally show. Where are we? I'm going to try and open.
So if I continue your courses, continue spending time with your website and all the videos you have,
Yeah.
should I be able to start Because my goal is what? My goal is to learn as much as I can from this. Because right now, because of the fight between Canada and US, there's a lot of construction companies, especially who are ditching their digital marketing team and trying to find someone local. And
Oh, interesting.
I
Yeah.
noticed that in Winnipeg, even in Halifax, there's a lot of low-hanging fruits where these contractors just hire whatever digital marketer, and they're appearing for, like, now that I'm noticing, they're appearing for keywords that are not even mentioned for their company or for their
Hmm.
services.
Yeah.
But they don't know any better because, a contractor, he gets the job from Google, he's busy, he doesn't care. He gets one job, he doesn't care,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's the problem. So I really want to learn this because, as you can see, I really do have a passion for Google Ads, pay search. I really love understanding. Look, even though I'm paying somebody to do my Google Ads, I'm doing the homework by myself behind him to make sure that the job is being done the right way.
Yeah.
So I really want to learn this. So what's the best way for me to keep learning
You're in
more and
my
more?
paid little membership, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you've got this stuff that showed you how to create the ads manually. I
Yes.
do. See, this is really what's interesting to me is I've tried to explain this in my courses, but every time I speak to someone, I'm always still explaining it about the two different styles of campaigns. Like, and people go, "Oh, I get it," and then when I show the account, they it's just interesting that it takes a few goes for me to explain it. I might have to do another little module or something to explain it again. In the membership area, there's the accelerator modules. They've got
Okay.
blue. Right. I had that in a different area, like 250 a month. And no, actually, nobody really signed up for that. It was mostly like I'd have some coaching clients and I'd coach them on it. I had a few of them at $1,000 a month
Mm-hmm.
and I gave them access to that. And then later on, I was like, oh, sorry, I'll just add it into the 25 a month. That shows you how to do
Okay.
it in bulk. So I do this stuff in bulk. I don't, I'm
Okay.
not going to do each by hand. I'm not going to load 1,000, 10,000 ads 20,000 ads by hand. I'll do it in Google Sheets or Excel. I'll create them in Google Sheets or Excel, and then I'll bulk upload them. Yeah. And that's how you're going
Oh.
to beat some. Imagine you can't beat, you're not going to be able to beat me if you're trying to do it by hand. And I've just got an Excel file or Google Sheet and I just upload 10,000. And then I'm like, oh, that didn't work. Delete them all, try it again, different way, different keywords. Oh, that runs better. You're not going to create 10,000, but by the time you do, you're never going to go and change them. You don't want to change them. It's too, yeah, ain't gonna, you're not, nobody's going to load 10,000. 10,000 overkill for you anyway. But right, look at this campaign. You can see this on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Washing machine repairs location. So that's Kildare. That's the county that I'm in. So I've got all the locations in County Kildare, all the towns and villages. Are there any cities here? I don't know if there. Got a ridiculous click-through rate because I'll show you in a sec. But my impression share is high as well.
Holy smokes.
Cost per click is ridiculously low. Ireland is not competitive, and look, when it's not competitive, it means very, very unlikely to have really good advertisers. Like in the US, huge market, you might have like an agency that specializes just in drywall stuff and they're really good at it. So like they take one position for every location. Go into it. These are so that's the name of the county, but it's also the name of a town. Oh, they're buggers. They pause my that really annoys me. Oh, oh my God, that so annoys me. Right. They go pausing your stuff if it doesn't have any activity for a while. But what it like, say you're doing flood repair, like 1,000 cities in the US, and like one doesn't have a flood for 7 years, and then all of a sudden does have a flood. Well, your ad's
Oh.
turned off. Oops, I didn't mean to pause. I meant to enable. That's super annoying. It's probably correct that people don't search for these tiny little locations,
Mm-hmm.
but this is the AI being helpful. Just stop. Just
Oh.
stop. I literally am asking my developer to write a little script every day to unpause everything that Google's paused.
So
Yeah.
so tell me, Andy,
Yeah.
do you still take on clients?
Yes, I do. I find I prefer taking on clients to doing the courses. I like doing the course,
Oh.
but I have the course created. People can go through it, can get going, etc. I am not trying to grow the courses business. I'm really good at what I do, so I should be doing the thing. Yeah. So like some businesses, so like some people like yourself want to learn how to do it, potentially want to do it for all the drywall guys in the whole of Canada.
Yes,
All right,
yes.
cool. But some businesses, they're just better off hiring me to do it. And some of them they just want to hire me. I might say to someone, "Oh, look, I've got some no, I don't want a course. I just want you to do it. I'm too busy. I've got six guys on vans get on the road. I haven't got time. No, I don't even bring it up. They're like, Andy, can you do our Google ads? We're spending like 100 a day, and I heard you good. Yeah, so I'll take them on.
Okay, so for me,
Yeah.
am I too small?
Hold on. What were you spending? Um, Hold on. Let's see days.
I've spent about 2,000 in 60 days.
Oh, okay. Right. My fee is typically like £500 a month. I don't know what that is to
That's
start.
like,
Uh, so that's probably I'm gonna guess it's quite high for you.
no, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay, right. So here's the thing.
Okay.
I've just took on five new clients last week. I think you read my email about that.
Yes, I read the email.
Some
Yes.
guy he sent those clients to me. He was a plumber. It's like yourself, actually. He was a plumber. I ran his Google ads for him in 2017. He found me through the fast lane forum. He just reached out to me and I ran his Google ads. He saw I was doing it. He went, "Oh, this is good." He's a plumber, but he's good in the computers and whatnot. So he then started taking on plumbing clients in other locations and he ran their Google ads as well as his own Google ads. Yeah. So that's something you might even be thinking about. All
Hmm.
right. And then he got to the point where he said, I make more money he has 16 subcontractors now. He says, I want to expand
Wow.
into the locations where my clients are. So,
Oh,
but
he's a bugger.
I don't want to compete with them. So therefore, he gave them to me for me to manage, and he's unlinked from them, so he's not associated with them because he doesn't want his account to be competing with their
Yeah.
when he's managing it. And also ethically, he just doesn't want to have them as a client when he's competing with them. So that's why he gave them to me. Right. So what he's done, and it's exactly what I asked my software engineer. I said, look, we have this dynamic landing page where we might have 1,000 ads sending. Look, okay, let me show you. It's funny, this is getting recorded in this part, but now I won't be showing this to folks. So one keyword per ad group, it matches exactly. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. One keyword per ad group.
Washing machine repairs a tire. Washing machine repairs claim. So there's only one
Holy
keyword in
smoke.
it. Why is
Why
this?
why do that?
I'll show you. I've got to enable them all again. Google's going to pause them. Look at that. Stop pausing me bloody keywords and stuff. Right. Why do that? So, okay. And see in my course, I say name one keyword per ad group. Name your keyword, name your ad group after your keyword. Because when you go
Okay.
look at your ads, if your ad group says ad group one, ad group two, ad group three, you're like, is that a good ad? I don't know what the keyword is. You have to click into the ad groups. Whereas I know what the
Oh.
keyword is because the ad group is the name of the keyword. So now, do you see why I get a good click-through rate? So somebody looks for washing machine repairs Kildare, the ad says Kildare washing machine repairs. If they look for it Nace washing machine repairs,
And
Newbridge,
then, oh, okay. So there's one keyword per ad group.
and one
Oh,
ad per ad group. And the ad
and
matches what they're looking for.
so how many ads in this page?
In this
Oh
campaign, there's 116.
my goodness.
Yeah. But he also does oven repairs and cooker repairs. So I've got campaigns for each of those. And then if we look at like
Oh.
Nace washing machine repairs, click through to the page. Yeah, most people are on mobile, so it looks nicer on mobile. Nace washing machine repairs. It's the same page, but where is it? Oh God. There it is. Now is it this one? There you go. The page, each ad sends the headline to the page. So I can,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So it means I don't have to get my developer to create a page for me to run an ad to that for that location. I can do this. But what we'll be doing, what this guy who sent me loads of clients, he doesn't do it this way. He creates like he's got one pest control dude or drainage guy in Manchester and cities there. He's got 15,000 pages created for them. He creates all these pages. So that's what I'd already said to my developer. You know what? We should just go and create all these pages and I'll send the ads to the pages because then those pages could rank on Google. This is a dynamic page. It's not going to
Oh,
rank at all because not for all the different locations, but if we created a page for each and then we had all the metadata and all that kind of stuff, then potentially it could rank. I then have a page that I could create on the Google business profile for the service saying, oh, Winnipeg Drywall Repairs. And then you link to the actual page and it tells Google that's you're legit about it. You've got a page about it. And then you have Winnipeg Drywall Installation. You link to the, then do, 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 do. So you have all these pages created and they rank organically and they help you with Google business profile. And then you run ads to all the relevant pages. So if they're looking for installation, it's different from repairs, isn't it?
yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting. So you said that these websites or these web pages are dynamic.
Yeah. Dynamic in
How?
the sense that I pass in the URL. Each of these ads, look, I'll click on this one. It says Newbridge. This one says Atai. This one says Ardkill. Yeah. It's just the
Yes,
URL. Each one has a slightly different URL where I pass.
yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And
Yeah.
these were manually done. These were manually created.
The page. Yeah. My developer
Yeah.
creates it,
Okay,
creates this
manually
page.
created. Okay.
It's a
So I
manually created page. Oh, well, we have templates. We roll it out for clients and then we create all the campaigns and we send it to them. And I can get a new list of like, you're going into a new city? Cool. They mean the name of city, all the suburbs, or I get it from wherever, ChatGPT or Wikipedia or something, get all the list locations, and I just build a campaign. And my developer doesn't have to build any pages. I can just do my thing. But after a while, if I find where the volume is, oh, cool, look, there's like tons of locations where people are searching. Let's go and create all the pages now.
okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah, yeah, this is very good. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
So,
trick, right? So for you, here's an idea
mhm,
for you because you
yes.
you you you're not just a drywall guy. You're thinking of entrepreneurially.
Mhm.
How can I right? So if you can figure out or possibly work with me, whichever way, get this to work super well for you. Maybe you come off the tools, you can hire a guys or whatever, or maybe not. But this guy who he's got 16 guy plumbers working for him, contractors. He doesn't do the plumbing now. He's building the systems that gets them leads, the schedules, and he's just building all that, the business side of it. He's not doing it anymore. But let's say you get the system working where you are profitable using Google Ads. And it helps your Google business profile because you get reviews from all these new customers. All this, so you get a snowball machine working. Okay, so you've created this flywheel. Um, then you could legit because you are a drywall repair dude. You could legit be in a Facebook group of drywall repair dudes or business owners Canada be talking about, hey, yeah, and I've got Google Ads working for me, got a little system set up, blah, 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 blah. Other drywall dudes will be like, oh, my Google Ads is crap. Can you help me? And then you start picking them up as clients and rolling out your system to them. All right.
Mm,
Where they're paying you a flat monthly fee. Right. For me, it's like these guys are paying me 500 a month for the paid search stuff. I might I've got to get that working, obviously, for them, profitable. Then I could start adding more fees for like Google business profile, local SEO and whatever, other stuff. All right. So you make use of your knowledge as a drywall guy and also as a marketing guy for drywall guys to start acquiring drywall clients where you start doing it for them. And it makes
okay.
use of the fact that you are right. The chances of me getting into a drywall repair guy group, they won't let me in. You're a Google Ads guy, bugger off. We don't want marketers in here. We want to talk about which tools are best and blah. We don't like you. They
Okay,
hate
okay.
chatting they don't want someone like me in. The way I sometimes get business is the owner of a group invites me in and introduces me. Hey, this is Andy. He's been doing my Google ads for me. He's here to answer any questions. And then I just like people ask questions, I answer, hop on a call with the business owner, explain this is what they do. They show the call to people, they all have a go. Some of them like bollocks this, I'll get this lad to do it instead. That's how I sometimes get business, is the owner of the group invites me in. But if you're a drywall guy in a group, you're saying, hey, look, and someone could ask a question. Oh, God, Google Ads. All those Google Ads guys don't know what they're on about. They wreck my head. Google keep annoying you with phone calls, blah, blah, blah. And you go, yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, what you want to do, you want to create a campaign, just target people who are searching by the location. Also think of the suburbs as well, blah, blah, blah. Before you know it, a ton of people will be asking questions under that. And all of a sudden, you'll be the Google Ads guy in that group.
Okay,
And then you'll start getting
perfect.
clients.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, all these that's how you can grow this without being on the tools all the time. Expand, scale your revenue beyond just your own hours.
No, that makes sense for sure. And that's what you're doing. You've been doing for the past many years.
Yeah, but I'm stupid. I take on every time somebody comes through in a completely different niche, I'm like, that's interesting. I wonder if it works for Jesus. If I told you every niche I've worked in, like
How big
tattoo
is your
in your
team?
eye, huh?
How
It's
big
me
is
and a
your team?
software developer.
That's it?
That's it. That's it. Oh no, no. Okay, my sons who will do the weekly reports and send it to the clients. But see, I set up campaigns with all the pages in such a way that hopefully, not all of them, it works so well that the client just keeps paying and I just go and get more. Yeah, because in 2 years' time, people are still looking for drywall repairs, Winnipeg, aren't they?
Yes.
What more work have you got to do? Like you've set it all up and it works. All right.
Oh, so that's where you make the money once you've set it all up and you're just checking in to make sure it's
Yeah.
working.
Yeah, yeah. And then you find that Google has changed something and you have to like adapt. They made the match types fuzzier. Now it's starting to show for crap. You have to like tighten the match types or add negatives or they made the ads bigger or they've done something else and you have to adapt and then you have to roll it out to all clients and stuff like that.
Okay, so if I keep paying for your 30 bucks, whatever it is a month for your subscription,
Yeah.
and keep dialing in on the classes that you have at the you said that the I should be able to
Replicate
give
what you see on that screen there. You're going to have to get a page built or pages built or a dynamic page. You don't have to.
okay.
You load up all those little locations in Winnipeg, drywall repairs, all those locations, drywall installation, all those. Those blue lessons, the accelerator ones, are how the formulas work in Google Sheets to be able to
Mhm.
create that. Okay, you load those. If you find there's enough volume and you're sending them all to your homepage, which might be good enough if it says Winnipeg drywall repairs, you go, oh, cheapest, yeah, cool. That might be enough. But if you get a lot of volume, then it might be worth creating pages for it. But if you don't, then don't bother. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
create the campaigns first, find out if there's enough people searching. Then you look at like, oh, is my page good enough? Could I improve the page?
And how much do you charge for consultation fee?
Uh, oh gosh. Yeah, I've had people asking about that. I don't know now because I'm trying not to do those so much because I honestly, that 1 hour I chat with somebody, I could have, with me and a developer, like in 2, 3 hours, I could have just built it all for someone, like me
Hmm.
explaining it all and looking at what
Yes.
somebody's done and then saying no, and that's why I have the
Oh,
course is so people go through it. But you know what happens? Even people who go through the course, they still don't do it. They don't follow the instructions. There's a guy in the US, so funny. I said one keyword per ad group, make the ad match the keyword then. Because if it's like 10 keywords in an ad group, you can't make the ad match all 10 keywords. So you need to separate it. And he goes, cool. Andy, what I did is you said one keyword per ad group. You said that was good. I did one keyword per campaign. If one per ad group works, I'm going to do one per campaign. And I was like, dude, just follow me instructions, will you? Good God. I was like, and then even in there's a forum I'm in, somebody was like, "Oh, look, I followed you. I went through your video, but I decided to do it different." I'm like, dude, just do what I said, please. Just like so. I don't know. This what happened. Yeah.
okay. Quickly now, one last
Yep.
question before I go here. Okay, so from where I get this, if I should go and research drywall repair Winnipeg,
Yeah.
okay, and then have an ad an ad campaign for drywall repair Winnipeg.
The campaign will be target the whole of Canada, and you
Oh,
have an
so
ad group that is Drywall Repair Winnipeg. The ad says
yes,
Drywall Repair Winnipeg or Winnipeg. I prefer Winnipeg Drywall Repairs because then it almost sounds like a name of a business.
drywall repair. Oh,
Winnipeg
Winnipeg.
Drywall Repairs.
Okay, so that's the exact keyword. Winnipeg drywall repairs.
Yeah, but you have that in a campaign that targets the whole of the US. No, sorry, the keyword is doesn't matter whether it's Drywall Repairs Winnipeg or Winnipeg Drywall Repairs. Google is going to show you for both ways, but
Okay.
the ad headline have the location first, then the service, because then it looks like it could be the name of a business. Winnipeg Drywall Repairs.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Can you click this? Can you click the kill their machine repairs? I just want to
This
see.
one?
Yes, click that one there. Oh, it just brings you to there. Where how about click the actual ad group? What
Oh, right.
machine? Yeah. Okay, so that's the ad group. And then how
That's the
many
ad,
key
and that's the keyword. One.
Oh, washing machine repairs kill there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right,
Okay.
look. These are search terms all time. All time. This campaign. This must be a newish campaign.
Washing machine repair killed. Washing machine repairs. Oh, he's got repairs and repair.
This one keyword will match all of those. And hold on, let me just go and look for doubling washing machine repairs. It's got more volume, you see. Yeah. Oh, not that one. Hmm. Look, this one. No, sorry, this one's got volume. This one, right. So there's all the ad groups. Oh my God. Hmm. Enable them all. I
So
don't know
how
what
many
one.
okay, I
Hmm.
see. Washing machine repairs, washing machine. Oh, you have all the little cities. Okay,
They're all suburbs in Dublin.
suburbs. Okay, washing
Yeah.
machine, Glasgow, Lucan. And then all these little cities have their exact matching web page,
They
landing
have
page.
they all have the same ad. Sorry, a matching ad, and they have one page that I just change the headline so it matches Lucan. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh, geez, wow, straightforward,
Yeah, it's simple,
straightforward.
isn't it? It's
Very,
just
very
it's just
simple.
lots of little funnels instead of one big funnel sending everyone to one page. Got lots of little
Yeah.
ones.
Okay, very good. No, no, this makes a lot more sense. Okay. And this is what this is what I was needing. I needed to know exactly how to structure, how to start building out this stuff. Okay. I've got the video. This was recorded so I can always go back to it and keep looking at it. Okay, I will go through your courses, do as much as I can. But like I said, this is what I'm asking. How much are you going to charge me for your time? Because I really do value your time, Andy. So I'm going to go through it, build it out, all those. I'll look for all the suburbs, get all that's done. In terms of the 15 headlines and the 4 description, does that really
Oh yeah.
matter?
Hold on. This is in the course as well. Um, it's going to say it's poor. Bet it says it's poor. Where's my ad? Poor. I don't care. Gives good click through rate. Right. In this case, I let these are all pinned to position 3. Hold on,
Okay.
which is not even showing. Which mean and these two are unpinned, which means they can swap between position 1 and 2. So 1 minute it'll be like this. Oh, look. Yeah. Google's there you go. Or it could be the opposite. Yeah.
Oh.
And then I have these are all unpinned to let them rotate. Like
So you don't even have much words. You don't even use all 15 headlines.
Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But right, once you know what really matters, why would you put stuff that doesn't matter in? Like this matters. Weekends and evenings matters. Weekends and evenings. Calling that out. I've separated that. That's one. That's them separated. But the reason is that's shorter. It might show. When it's too long, the whole lot's too long, it might not have room to show. So maybe that one shows, or maybe that one shows, or maybe they're on a desktop. Maybe they both show. But no, it's these. I haven't had any showing both. And then on a mobile, it's probably only going to show two headlines. Yeah.
Where can I go to learn how to use the best description?
That's in the course as well.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Like I put zero here because it attracts the eye to number. I could have said no call out, but €0 attracts the eye more than no. In fact, I could have another one and just
Oh.
put add. I could add no call out. 100%
Mm,
free instead of free because that attracts the eye because 100%, whichever. You can test all this, but it doesn't really matter. The most important bit is that you've got that and that for when they actually search for washing machine repairs Clondalkin. That's what
okay.
I've set up. That's the important part. This part here, headline one. Normally that'd be Clondalkin washing machine repairs all in one headline, but it doesn't
Hmm.
fit. So I've split it across two.
Okay, okay. Makes sense. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. And if you do
Okay.
put it into position one, then you just pin that to position one and let everything else rotate. Leave all the others unpinned.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Thank you so much, Andy. This was very, very useful, and I'll definitely see you again. And looking forward for you to see my progress.
Okay, good work. All right,
Thank you
speak to
very
you later.
much.
Bye,
Yeah,
bye,
bye
bye.
bye.